Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We are going to dive right into your reading today and see what wants to come out. We are using some very interesting decks. We're using one of my very favorite tarot decks, and then we're using some oracle decks that I do not normally use, but I was definitely very, very drawn to this morning. So that's interesting. I always think that's interesting. It is also interesting that I thought that my morning was going to go differently than it is going. And it's this energy of like something isn't going exactly the way I thought it was going, but like the important thing is how well I stay open to the flow of it. Like to just take it as it's coming instead of trying to restrict or limit what's possible by saying I need it to happen like this. So this is the message that I've been getting throughout this experience. I hope that makes sense. It feels like you think something's going to go a certain way, or it's almost like in your mind's eye you see it a certain way, or maybe your person does, and it's not actually going that way. But it's kind of like, okay, but I'm still curious about this, or I'm still like, it's almost like kind of willing yourself or being determined to not shut down or to not insist on having it your way, but to instead sort of see where it goes when you don't, have that energy. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, I do like to begin my readings by thanking those of you who have hung out with me for all this time, all these hours, 500 videos. That's a lot of time some of us have spent together, and I just want to say I really appreciate you. Those of you who supported my early morning kind of channeling / reading yesterday, I want to say I see you, I appreciate you, we're in this thing together. Yeah, we got to just stay in the light. All right. And to those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I am certainly very happy to have you here. I hope that you find a message that resonates with you. And if you do, I hope you'll hit the like or leave a comment and let us know. And even to subscribe, I would deeply appreciate that as well. All right, here we go, guys. We are diving in with the Archeo deck by Nick Bantock, the author of Griffin and Sabine, a book that my cousin got one year for Christmas, and she and I just poured over every single page and detail. It's a very cool book called Griffin and Sabine. Wow. And that is why I bought this deck, and I rarely use it. Okay, I definitely, yeah. Wow. Okay, I have a small trash can under my desk, and this card landed in it. And so I just want to say that this message exactly reflects the message that I literally was telling you as we entered into this. This is the Sage card, and you see how rigid this is, and how there's this little figure down here who's, kind of doesn't fit into the grander scheme of things, or is a little bit different. It got landed in the trash can. It's like throwing that energy out. It should be like this. It should be like that. I have been getting this message, honestly, a lot, that, I keep seeing the videos and titles of like, if he doesn't commit in 2 months, walk away. And if she, doesn't appreciate you or something, like cut her off, like don't give her another chance. Like all this kind of like harsh energy, and kind of like it needs to fit into this box. This is what's acceptable, this is what's not acceptable in dating. And it's interesting because it's also giving me this energy of like kind of the devil and the sun tarot combination. It's like at first something is illuminating. At first it's bringing clarity, it's bringing healing, it's bringing deeper levels of understanding. But like too much of it, it kind of takes us in a different direction. And you know, so for some of you, this could even be like you're watching a lot of tarot, or you're getting too many varied opinions, or like that could even be like, what I mean is like listening to voices outside of yourself rather than your own intuition. But it can also be this energy of just, you know, being convinced that it has to be like this. And if it's not like this, it's not real, or it's not going to happen, or it's not going to work out, or it's, you know, it's not normal, or it's not okay, or something like that. Those are kind of like all human constructs. Like that's the way it's showing me. It's like, we need to actually, those things cause us to close down. Anything that causes us to close down is something we really, really, really want to take a strong look at. Because the more open we are to, you know, all the possibilities, the more, oftentimes, well, for one thing, the more reward you actually do experience. I mean, as a human, I mean, like as a spiritual being having a human experience, I'm perpetually trying to open myself up more and more and more. And even as I open and I think, oh my gosh, I'm so open. I don't think I could be more open than this. I find another way to open. Or I find another limiting belief that I didn't realize I had. Or, you know, programming by society, old remnants that I didn't realize were still affecting me. And so it's like, you know, being willing to look at these things and to face these things and to kind of take them head on, it's good. And so you may actually have a relationship here, it feels like, that is sort of challenging like the norm, or even what people around you are saying is okay, or are saying, well, it should be like this, or he should know by now how he feels. Or it's like, it's just this energy of like really trusting yourself, really listening to your own urges and your own kind of deep understanding of the situation that you personally are in. Okay? And this may be also for your person. I also have the feeling of this energy of like, resistance to giving in, or to like, there's like two sides of someone here. There's the survivor side, and there's this side that just wants to take a leap of faith, that just wants to go with the flow, that just wants to be open to the energy as it presents itself. And this is what they're feeling, and they want to follow through on it. And it almost feels like they kind of wobble back and forth between these two energies. And I think, you know, that sort of imbalance that is created there between those two really different kind of vibes may actually even be reaching this person, you know, causing this person, whether it's you or them, or if you're mirroring and it's both of you, to kind of seek other advice or outside counsel. I mean, it can be tarot card readings, but this also feels like friends, family, you know, dating videos, stuff like that. It's just, it's giving me this energy, and it's just cautioning me to remind you that not every, like, nothing is always true. Always and never are just really big red flags, because they're almost never true. And, you know, the only time that I can think of always being true is when we say things will always change. That's just the most fundamental basic thing about this universe, is that it is in perpetual motion. It is a living, breathing entity that is perpetually changing. You know, stars are being born, stars are dying, babies are being born, people are dying, you know, it's things are always in a state of flux. And so that is always true. But it's like whenever we hear those words, always and never, it's like we need to look at them. Someone has been through a lot, and I think they've been through a lot because they are someone who has this innate desire to sort of take a leap of faith. I'm getting Aries energy here. I don't know. I don't know if it's because this is like a bit of an emperor and this is a bit of a fool or what. And this is a kind of like a divine masculine feeling kind of energy. But I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But there's this feeling of I've been burned too many times because I've done this. And it's like, I just need to hold back. I just need to be chill. I just need to kind of like practice detachment, which I, think is a good plan. But this urge, I think it might have never been stronger than it is in this case. But it's like they are kind of throwing away logic and reason and advice and listening to other people. They are sort of starting to like look at it like maybe other people don't understand because this is so different. Like this isn't the same thing. I know what they're talking about, but this isn't the same thing, and I'm not the same person and they're not the same person. You know what I mean? So take it as it resonates. You have metamorphosis and reconciliation coming out here. Reconciliation says, remember the source of love. A loving action is all you need to begin the process. Reach out with a simple first step. That really feels in alignment with this energy. And then you have metamorphosis. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. I honestly feel like there is, okay, take it however you want, a relationship in whatever stage it's in, right? Like if you're in separation, if you have been seeing each other, or you've been dating, or you've been talking or whatever, and you're you're hoping it goes to another level. Well, it feels like there's an energy almost of like, I'm waiting for the other person to take it to this level, or I'm, how do I even want to say this? Like, it can even be, I'm wondering if we're on the same page. I'm wondering if we're sharing the same vision. I wonder, like, are we on the same plan here? It's kind of saying, like, I don't think this is like a huge gesture, like, I bought tickets for us to go on a trip or something like that. But I think it's like, hey, do you want to come over to my place? Or, hey, like calling the person up and just seeing if they're receptive to a conversation. Or it's like you taking an initiative to change something. Like it feels as though change begets change. And it's like if something feels like it's sort of stagnating out or fizzling out, which, okay, I'm just going to tell you, this is the exact opposite advice I feel like a dating coach would give you. And honestly, it's probably the exact opposite advice that I would normally give you as a person if you just came to me. But it's sort of like, it feels, it feels like, yeah, if something is meant to reawaken, you taking some kind of step is going to reawaken it. And if you take the step and you don't get that response, and you can handle it, I mean, you have to ask yourself, can I handle either outcome or any of the possibilities in between, If you can handle it, then it feels like if it's meant for you, it will respond, and it will be as equally curious as you are, kind of. And if it isn't for you, it won't respond, or it will reject the advance. But there is kind of this opportunity for change happening here. And it feels like it happens based on whatever the response is. So like, for example, if this person responds, then there's a deepening level of commitment, or there's, you're able to move forward, or you get it out of stagnancy or whatever. But if if it isn't meant to be, then it feels like it's sort of, that's what you may have needed to know to set yourself free and to move on. This isn't for everyone. Keep in mind, these are general readings, and that is just really critical for everyone to always understand. But listen to your own intuition. I'm also getting there are ways to do this that are not like in the physical realm, and also ways to do this that really aren't like obvious. I don't know. Like things like eye contact. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, more subtle, like subtlety. This could also be someone else reaching out to you to see if you're going to respond. If they can transform something here that's been. Yeah. This is such an interesting deck. I love it. You have bound. Wow. You have home. You have the magician energy. You have the healer energy. You have direction. Oh my gosh, this came out in a private reading yesterday. Okay. You have union. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is just what I feel. Yeah, blossom. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, seriously, I knew there was a reason that these cards were coming out today. It's very crazy. Okay, so you have this bound and this home and this magician. And what this is giving me is like, what is home? Home is our safe space. Home is where we go to feel peace and safety and to rest. And to kind of not feel maybe so vulnerable as we feel out in the world, right? But, you know, just staying in our safe place or space and not venturing out, you know, it prevents us from being able to really grow or to like really expand. Because it is the challenges that we meet with in the world that help us to understand where we're at, how we can grow. Those are the tools for enlightenment. And so it feels as though, I feel like someone was a little bit stuck. You see how this energy, the survivor energy and the bound energy, there's something gesturally very similar and color-wise very similar about those two cards. It's like survivor is, you know, someone who has been through some kind of difficulty, and probably because of that they sought a safe space. Like that's what we do when we get hurt. We kind of shut down, we kind of call our energy home, and we try to heal. You know, we put our energy towards self-love and healing generally. And I feel like this is the person, you're coaxing them out of the home. You're coaxing them into this energy of empowerment. And like the magician is holding this wand, and it's like, it's because there's something here that they desire that's worth coming out for. There's also the sun rising in the horizon, which is like the dawn of a new day. You're making this person feel optimistic. You're making them feel like hopeful and happy. You're also making them kind of realize that they have healed in this space and in this energy, but that if they want what they desire, they can't stay here. They have to come out. They have to be strong. They have to empower themselves to go after what they want. They have to be brave. They have to alchemize not just their own energy, but the energy of this connection if they want it to really move forward. And this person, you can tell from this magician energy that they do want it to move forward. Okay, I feel this is more your energy here along the bottom, Pisces. You have the healer energy, which is this snake. And, you know, we are in the year of the snake, but snakes also, you can see he's literally shedding his skin here. I don't want to gross anyone out if you don't like snakes. It is a relatively beautiful picture of a snake, as pictures of snakes go. But, ooh, somebody may have seen a snake skin. Like, actually, I just got that. Like, I saw like a snake skin in real life. So anyway, I don't know who that's for. I don't think you would see that in the middle of winter if you're in a cold climate place, but I literally am getting that. Or maybe it's like at a pet store or at a reptile place. I don't know. Anyway, you are coming out of your own sort of period of, you know, growing as much as you could grow within the confines of your situation. You were also being called to shed your skin and to, you know, make yourself vulnerable so that you could grow. So there's like this, that is a mirrored energy. This could all be mirrored energy, honestly. I mean, I do feel that it is for some people. And it's kind of like you I wish I could know what these were called. I know they have a name. I used to know all about them. I used to try to build them at the beach before the waves would come and like take them away, like just to practice being in the moment. That's what I did when I was in yoga teacher training. I would go to the beach and I would do that. But also I love to hike and be in the woods, and you will sometimes find those as like almost like trail markers that other people have left, like, oh yeah, I came by this way, or like this is a trail marker, or this is the way to this, or whatever. And this says direction on it. And so it's almost giving me this feeling of you sort of coming before, or like you have already shed your skin and you are already kind of moving in a particular direction when either you meet this person or you come together with this person. You're the leader of this action, it feels like. Now, this is going to be different for everyone, and put yourself where you belong, okay? But it's kind of like you let somebody lead, or you let someone take action here. It's almost like giving someone the opportunity to sort of show you who they are and show you through the way that they treat you, how they feel about you, rather than like saying, I need this, I need that, I'm looking for this, and like honestly giving them an opportunity to sort of like reveal their, you know, their energy, their intentions. It's not really those things, but I cannot think of a word that I could use to say it. It's like, just you're taking in information and you're observing. And I feel almost like, I'm not taking it totally personally, but it's like the more that you let this person sort of reveal this to you, I feel the deeper of feelings you have towards them. Which is a good sign, right? Because either our feelings get stronger or they get weaker. You know, they don't usually just, oh, I feel the same about that person, you know, unless it's just a very superficial relationship. But it's like, I think you are like, okay, there's sort of this all over the place energy about this person, or like you're not totally sure where they're coming from. They're coming from a general direction and heading toward a general direction. It's like they're coming towards you. You can tell that, but and they're sort of taking these kind of approaches over here, and it may even be like approaches that work with most people, or some people, or some people would be very impressed by that, but like it's not really your thing. You're kind of waiting for this person to pull out of their like magician bag the thing that resonates with you, to where you can go, yeah, that's it. And they're taking all these shots in the dark, but they're not really getting there. Or it's like, and also I think it's like, you kind of think, well, the more they get to know me, the more they're going to understand that that's not what I'm looking for, or that's not what I'm looking for, or, you know, I don't care about that they think is so important or something. But it's like, they're not picking up what you're throwing down. And this being these stones stacked in this way, it's like you're carefully trying to balance or even figure out how you want to convey or communicate this, or how you want to guide the direction. And so instead of, I mean, some of you may have actually had a direct conversation with this person, with the birds, that can be communication. But with the stones, it's a more subtle energy. There's a lot of subtlety in the energy of this reading here. And it's making it actually very difficult to communicate, because subtlety is a very thing. When things are subtle, it's hard to be like this, but it's almost like a whisper, you know? These stones, it's like I'm trying to really balance this. I'm trying to balance sort of getting my needs met with letting this person be who they are, and waiting to see if they naturally, you know, come around to what's important to me. If we can naturally sort of organically kind of get on the same page. It's like I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to wait here. I'm trying to see. I'm giving them the chance to sort of lead, but I'm also staying deeply grounded in what I know I need in order to proceed, kind of energy. I hope this makes sense. Anyway, there is something that happens. It's like all of a sudden, I feel like this person figures it out. You know, I think they get this inner vision of like, oh my gosh, that's who Pisces is. That's who I'm dealing with. And the thing is, you know, Pisces as a high priestess, you do tend to not tell people who you are. You tend to show them. And you can be showing them subtly. Oh, whoa. I think my feeling of trying to catch all these subtle messages is actually your person trying to catch the messages about you, what you're eliminating to them about you. It's so confusing. I can tell you, because, well, it's like I sort of get it, like I'm seeing it, but, and I can feel it, but I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? It suddenly comes together for this person. Oh my God, they get it. It's like they see your vision, or it's like all of a sudden there is this realization, things make sense. And then you see that came out with this gratitude energy of like being super thankful for this vision, being super thankful for this this realization. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. And the thing is, when you see that, when someone is grateful to see you exactly as you are, do you see how powerful that is? Like, well, that's all I really wanted to know. I wanted to know who they really are. Like I wanted to love them the best way possible. Like, I accept them exactly who they are. All I wanted to know was who they are. Like, I don't need them to be a certain way. I don't need to project a whole bunch of crap onto them. I don't need to, like, it's none of that. It's like, wow, I just need to know who they really are. And with the gratitude is that a really high vibrational energy that raises the vibration faster than any other feeling. And so if someone is grateful for seeing you exactly as you are and for who you exactly are, that takes you to a space of true love in a very big hurry. It raises that vibration, and you can see you have union and blossom here. And these are these energies of actually coming together, and not just coming together, but coming together and opening up in the process. Like, not shutting down, not breaking down, not breaking apart, not trying to control anything or force anything into a certain direction, or force anything to be anything that it was, which is the message we started this reading with, which I was picking up all morning. But it is unfolding exactly as it's meant to, and nothing could be more beautiful. Nothing could bring me more joy. No other soul could I meet that I would be able to appreciate, or like, this person's mind is blown by the truth of you, like the actual truth of who you are, the beauty of it. It's blown. This person's mind is blown. Yeah. You have Dreamer here. And now that I'm looking at the Dreamer card, my mind is really brought to the clouds that are, you know, in this person's body. And clouds denote confusion. They denote, you know, some kind of blockage or difficulty. It's not like a strong blockage like a wand. It's a blockage, like, you know, it's transient. It can move out very quickly, but it's there. It's confusion. It's, you know, it's something where this person isn't able to see it clearly. And with it being over the heart chakra and kind of the sacral chakra or the legs, which are, you know, like how we take action or how we move forward or how we walk, right? It's kind of given me someone who's, the messages of their own heart are confusing to them. They're not really sure how to interpret them. And so it's really hard for them to take action. It's like they don't want to get hurt again. And so, you know, this has led to them getting hurt. This kind of taking action energy has led to them getting hurt in the past. So they're sort of like holding back this energy while they sort of try to figure out maybe how they feel, or but there is something in the recognition of realizing exactly who you are and how beautiful that is, and the what it actually makes them feel inside to know you. It's next level. It's something I don't think they've ever experienced before. For Pisces, you have the 8 of Coins. Wow. The 7 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. This person has really only ever been disappointed. It could be you. Oh my God. See, what happened was they started to be able to see a life with you. Okay. This 7 of Swords, I don't want to reveal this, but she's wearing like a white veil, and then she's totally naked. And I mean, these pictures are in museums that are open to the public and are not, you know, censored. So as an artist, it's hard for me, but like, I also know what forum I'm on. And you see how he's completely taken with her. There's this energy, the 7 of Swords in there, the word debauchery is also associated with the 7 of Swords. And debauchery is not exactly the feeling that I'm feeling, but it is this like, I shouldn't want something this much. They're very physically attracted to you. It almost makes them feel like you might judge them, or you might like it if you knew how bad they wanted you. It's almost like it would make them so vulnerable. It's like it could cause them to betray themselves and take that leap of faith because they are so physically attracted to you. You have the 4 of Cups with this, and this energy for this person leads to disappointment, you know, and it leads to, it's like learning a lesson. This person may also have like a strong father figure, or, you know, someone who they kind of get advice from, someone who's more experienced. Like if they're dating, they may have like a married friend who they go to for relationship advice. This person, I feel like they are, I don't want to say like helping them manage this, but in a way it's like they are saying, you know, just keep in mind that like looks fade, or, you know, because it's like this person cannot imagine really being more attracted to anyone. I mean, I'm literally getting that like that strongly. And it is a physical thing, but it's actually, it's this energy of like who you are. And then it's like anything that's quirky about your appearance, like, I don't know, I'm getting like the energy of the cheeks and the lips and the smile, and even like what happens when you smile, or maybe even it's a laugh. It's like for this person, it is the cutest thing in the world. Like they even love that, you know what I mean? And it's like, even if I met someone else that was pretty, they wouldn't do that. You know, I've never seen anyone do that, you know what I mean? Or have that or whatever. It could even be like a beauty mark, or I don't know. It's something that is like endearing to this person. With the 10 of Coins is like, this person can see their future with you. They can see themselves like building their life around you. But it's met almost immediately with this like, I can't want this that bad. I can't do this to myself again. This only ever leads to disappointment. And so with the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, their instinct is to sort of sit there and try to master themselves, try to kind of like almost convince themselves not to feel the way that they feel, which, you know, all of that builds up and comes out usually anyway. But there is this energy of mastering the self with the Eight of Pentacles, and it's like maybe they are taking things slower than they usually do, and maybe in the past their relationships have burned out really quickly, or they've given too much too soon, and then they've ended up with someone who they feel is more dependent on them than someone that they're looking forward to seeing. So it may actually be an exercise in mastering themselves, like staying detached a little bit, or kind of letting something ripen instead of just like going in like a puppy dog and being like, this is so fun, yeah, you know. They're learning a lot in this process, and I do feel it is for the best ultimately for them, for you, and for the relationship. But I don't think that the attraction is de-escalating. I think it's intensifying in some way. I mean, I think that they're getting a better handle on it, or they're getting used to the feeling that, but I don't feel like they're, you know, like it's just getting easier for them to not, you know, think about this. All of these cards. Okay. You have the Moon clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. This is something they haven't revealed to you. This is something they're not telling you. That, yeah, I think they do already have kind of some deep feelings, and that they can really see a future with you. If they have told you this, they have sort of just said it in a way, it feels like it was like an opening to that conversation, but not, they didn't like say, oh, I could see us getting married, or I could see us being together 50 years from now, or it's like, I don't know, you know, maybe it's like, well, next week, let's do this. But that just doesn't feel like exactly what it feels like. I don't know. Just take it as it resonates. I feel like if that's for you, you're going to know. The Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups with the Two of Wands. This is a choice this person is trying to make. It is requiring them to really tap into their self-control, their discipline, their will here. And the other thing is that they are trying to let go of this past experience where they're always disappointed, and choose the future and look at you as if you are your own person, and that, you know, you're not the same person that did those things to them. And so they don't want to hold you responsible. Like, they're ready to leave the past in the past, and choose something else. But there's a skepticism, or there's something there that where they're like, huh, but they're not taking their eyes off you. And they're also, I feel like if they're ever presented with something where if you're like, do you want to hang out, or do you want to come over? They're like, yep. And they come over. And, you know, it's like you can tell by the decisions that they're making, they're not disconnecting. Like, even if maybe you're not necessarily speaking to this person, it's like they're still like liking your post on Instagram, or watching your stories, or they're still, it's like, I don't know, it's like letting their presence be known in some way, it feels like to me. Or like letting you know that they haven't really turned away. Yeah, like, I still feel like you're my person, or I still want you to be my person. Anyway, you have the Hangman on the bottom of the deck. You have changed the way this person is looking at things. You are awakening something inside this person, a clarity, a deep inner knowing, possibly a spiritual awakening with that inner vision. And now the Hangman card. you are eliminating something for this person that I think existed within them that they didn't even know. You know, if you, there's a quote, it's something like, if you want people to love you, don't show them who you are, show them who they are. That's what I feel right here. Exactly. It's like you're showing them who they are, and they're falling in love with you because of it. You're showing them a new way and something new to access within themselves that they are, that they didn't know they were. Or maybe even they knew they were, but they didn't know it was special. Or they didn't know that it made them worthy of being loved. It's giving them a new perspective on the past, and it's letting them, I feel like it's actually letting them see the insecurity of their past people that was projected onto them and that they sort of walked away carrying the burden of. And that's what this Seven of Swords, Four of Cups energy, you know, feeling like they can't want something and that they're only going to be disappointed by following up on that, but then not really being able to let it go. For Pisces. Wow, jeez. Oh my God, Pisces. You've got the King of Coins looking at the Queen of Cups with the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This person, you know what else is being exposed to this person is the ways that they are not stable, the ways that they're not even leaning into or trusting their own abundance or their own ability. It's like someone put some kind of doubt in their head about themselves, about who they are, about what they're capable of in love, whether they're lovable, whether they're not, I don't know. And it's like, here we have this Queen of Cups, and there is no greater teacher of love than the Queen of Cups. There is none. No, that's the one. That's the one you want. And it is like this person is seeing all the stability and the strength that they're bringing. And this isn't, it's not giving me financially. I mean, this person could be wealthy, but it's giving me in presence, in your presence. This is so masculine and this is so feminine, that it's like their masculinity is allowing your femininity to be like almost like showcased or almost like front and center. It's allowing you to be in an energy that you don't usually get to be in. And it's because you trust this person and you don't trust people, you know, and you're highly intuitive, and it's like you can sort of see them. It's like almost see through them. It's like if you call them, or like if you're talking to them and they say hello, you're like, uh-oh, what's wrong? And they're like, nothing. And you're like, yes, I can hear in your voice. And they know you see them. They know you see, the subtle shifts in them. And it's like, they know you can see through them. They don't have to tell you who they are. They know that you can see through them. I just like, that's it. They're completely transparent to you. You saw the games they were playing, you didn't give in. You said, no, I'm not coming to your safe space. You have to come out of your safe space to get me, to show me that you really want this, that you really desire this. I had to shed my skin. I had to make myself vulnerable. I have to be out here like this. You know, you have to do the same. I'm not going to be the one incurring all the risk. And it's like, but you see through them. You see through their games. You see through their facade, and you are still show them this unconditional acceptance, this non-judgmental energy of just, yeah, I could love you anyway, or I do love you anyway. Even if you're not saying I love you, you are still showing up. You're still caring. It's like they can see it in your eyes, I feel. And there is this energy of it making them feel more manly or like more masculine, like more, not, I need to control this situation, but almost like more relaxed and more just like, I must actually be that really, because Pisces would know. And it's like there's this trust that is developing between both of you, that is allowing this shared emotional contentment energy to come out. What do we have to do in order to have this shared emotional contentment and intimacy? Well, we have to break down the barriers and trust the other person. And that's what's happened here. Or it's happening, or it's going to happen. Wow. I hate to cover the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups in this deck. You have the King of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. This person still, at times, their thoughts get the best of them. At times, their thoughts kind of defeat them. You can see this, like, this person standing guard here. They're trying to protect themselves from this. They're trying to prevent this from happening. They're trying to relax into this knowledge that you see them this way. With the Queen of Cups, she's getting the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the World card. And this is sort of that energy. It's like that I was tapping into here. It's like, at least I know. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I take this step and it's reciprocated, then I know this is for me. This is my Ten of Pentacles. If I take this step and the person doesn't respond, or I get rejected or shot down or whatever it is that I think is the worst possible outcome, then it will be difficult. It'll be a hard ending with the Ten of Swords, but like, I will handle it. You know, I've survived 100% of my worst days. I'm going to survive this too. Like, if you can come to that place. But with the World card energy here, it's like, regardless of what happens, it's taking me closer to what's meant for me, what my purpose is, this evolution, maybe even completing this own cycle in my own life, where maybe I was afraid to take a risk, maybe I was afraid to love, maybe I was afraid to trust. And it's like, if this Queen of Cups is really seeing this person as a King of Pentacles, and is really seeing this person as being really committed to the process, then the risk is minimized, I would say, if it's true, if this person is really who she thinks he is, because it's an energy of, I'm going to keep showing up. It's a very stable, committed energy. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. And so it's almost as if this king is just trying to stay stable, stay steady, and stay in the masculine energy. And kind of bring this queen into this energy of, you know, also seeing the abundance here and joining up in this process. So I think the thing here is commitment. Honestly, because we have the King and Queen of Pentacles, this is the husband and wife of the tarot. It's kind of this energy of like, okay, are we going to commit to this? If we commit to this, then you're going to get the Queen of Pentacles energy too. I will nurture this. I will nurture you. I will give my time and attention and focus to this in a way that I haven't yet. Because I can't, because I'm not sitting in a secure commitment. You know, I don't know that you are as committed to this as I am. Guys, I don't give advice on this channel. I'm literally just reading the cards. So, you know, I'm not saying to you, hey, pick up a phone and call this person or anything like that. You got to listen to your own intuition. You're making this person feel like... you're making this person feel like a boy, like, you know, like, oh my God. let me just clarify this tower. I keep almost saying something and then going, the tower. Okay. Something clearly happens right here around commitment. With the Page of Cups coming out, I feel like this person, I want to say their response is immature. It's not well thought out. It represents not the King of Coins, but someone who's actually afraid of what they're feeling. But what I feel happens here is it sort of breaks this person out of a trance. Like, God, this reading. It's kind of like this person was like, well, everything is going fine and we're making all this progress and, you know, I'm feeling these things and I'm stepping into my power and I'm doing a good job navigating this space. And, you know, it's like this person is in this, it's like they're fooling themselves about what actually matters to a Queen of Cups. And it's not the Pentacles, and it's not, I just don't even know how to say it, but it's not what they think it is. And so I think this person sort of responds in such a way that it's like, you know, on the one hand, the Page of Cups is expressing feelings. They are saying like, you know, I really like you. I really enjoy the time we spend together. I've been really happy since you came into my life. I feel alive with you. I get excited. I look forward to us spending time together. It's like, you know, that energy of like, you know, this is as much as they've sort of let themselves become aware of. We have this energy right here very strongly of that confusion around the heart chakra and the like not taking action because of it. That being a reflection of that. And so they feel as though they've said the things that they needed to say by saying, you know, I really like you a lot, or whatever it is, you know, I don't know what it is. But I do strongly get, like, I really enjoy the time we spend together, or something like that. I don't know why my response is to sort of laugh at it. And I think that the Divine Feminine sort of knows, like, okay, that's what they really mean. And so I can accept that. You know, I'm not going to judge them. I see their, you know, their feelings are genuine. I feel like that she feels with the Page of Cups. For me, that is genuine feelings. And I can accept that, and I know that, and that can fuel me to a certain place. But with this Tower and the Knight of Wands in reverse, there's this energy of, I'm not playing. You know, I promised myself I'm going to get what I need out of a relationship. I'm not going to convince myself to stay in partnerships where I'm not being treated as an equal, or where what I'm giving isn't appreciated or recognized or matched with the same amount of effort. There's this Tower, Knight of Wands energy where, with a Devil in reverse, which is like, I have freed myself from this energy. And maybe I'm standing in front of a different person, and maybe I am standing in front of someone who's not just giving me lip service, who's not just love bombing me, who is very genuine, who does mean what they say. But at the same time, I can't prioritize their need to protect themselves and not come out of their home and Bobby, and just admit that they want this and that they want to do this and that they're committed to it. I can't let that stop me, like, from being true to myself. And so there's this energy of, it actually feels like with the Tower and the Devil in reverse, this is where she actually takes the step to free herself from a cycle that she has been through in the past many times. And this is a very powerful choice, and it has a lot of reaction. I don't know. It has a lot of power, and that power, like, it's like an earthquake and then a tsunami. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. And it's kind of like, I don't think she means for it to be that much, because she has compassion for this masculine. But see, this masculine, I think, really does love this feminine. And I think that this masculine really does not ever want to be without this feminine, but I think that this masculine misjudged this feminine. I think other people have let them get away with that in the past, and I think it's been enough and it's been okay. And so that's all they've given. And this feminine is like, oh, hell no. You can't show up as the Page of Cups when I'm showing up as the Queen. You gotta show up as the King here, you know? So, like, you showed up as the Queen to their king, so they've got to show up to the king as your queen, not the freaking Page. So this is showing you that without a commitment, there's nothing bounding this person to you. If they find something else that they desire, they're going to be gone, lickety split. And you can see that they're in a trance. You can see that, you know, this is almost like a self-centered way of thinking. They're not really considering you or like how this feels to you, that you're giving all of this, and that, you know, they're just kind of giving into this like easy self-entrapment thought process kind of energy, and expecting you to sort of understand or accept less than you deserve because of it. Because underneath that, you have the Six of Pentacles, and underneath that, you have the Ace of Swords. So you're seeing this very clearly, and I feel like there is some kind of conversation or some kind of communication that, like, I'm not, like, I appreciate everything that you said. I appreciate the fact that you enjoy the time that we spend together. I appreciate the fact that, you know, you have really shown up. You have been solid. You have been stable. I have felt a lot of emotional contentment with you, but, like, I've made promises to myself, or I can't continue to give to you to the degree I've been giving to you if this is the case. Like, I'm glad we had this conversation. Like, I see you trying to consider their feelings here, or like trying to just be mindful that even though what they said wasn't what you needed, the energy they showed up in wasn't the energy that you needed them to show up in, it was still an authentic and genuine energy, and you don't want to discourage this person from being in that energy. Like, you're even being very caring in your, like, just telling them the truth kind of energy. It's, I don't know, it's actually quite a beautiful thing, Pisces. If more people were actually like that, we would have a very different world. But you can see what happens underneath this. 8 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. This person all of a sudden goes, oh my gosh, you could leave. I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to walk away. And you see, she's like reaching out to, it's actually like a hawk landing on her hand in this card, but, you know, somebody else swooping in. They're like, oh no. Oh no. This is what causes them to look at it again and again, and look at it very carefully, and kind of go inward and ask themselves, you know, what is it that I'm trying to create here? And am I really doing a good job? And what am I actually working with? What is Pisces made of? I think this was a bit shocking. It's funny because the Tower is really in your energy, or that's how I'm perceiving it. Because I think your world was a bit rocked. It's kind of like we're already committed, you know, like we're already spending all this time together. You're showing up as the King of Pentacles. I'm showing up as the Queen of Cups. Like this is already happening kind of energy. And it's like, so what's the big deal if we talk about it and we say, yeah, actually, let's get on the same page and commit to this and like go, you know, like, I don't know what the difference, you know, I guess it's exclusivity. I mean, obviously that's what it is in this male's mind. And it's kind of like, why, see how he has this look on his face? He's like, why did I say that? Why didn't I offer that? Why didn't I see that? You know, it's kind of like considering it after the fact, which is sort of an immature thing to do, right? It's like when you don't think that with consequences of your action and you take action, you're taking action without wisdom, which is not a very bright thing to do. And so it's kind of that energy where it's like, you know, when I said that, I meant that, but like, I thought there's just a lot of misjudgment, miscalculation, you know, it's like, I thought you were somebody different. I thought you wanted something else. I thought I was doing a good job. I thought all these things. And the thing is, yeah, you were doing a good job, but it was time for it to transform and you couldn't see that. You were stuck in a way of thinking that was entrapping you and binding you. I mean, when you look at this card of the 8 of Swords and then you go back and you remember this bound card and this home card, this is where this person was when you found them. You know what I mean? And they have to break out of that. You're saying you can't stay there and have me. You have to break out, because I had to break out. I had to shed my skin in order to be here showing up with you. I had to let go of what was comfortable for me. And so you got to do the same. We got to let go of the things that will hold us back. And so you're not just going to be like, okay, I'll give you some more time to be held back. You're kind of like, no, I know what this is. You have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, which, you know, the Emperor is divine masculine. It's also a very strong foundation. Oh man. You've got the 5 of Cups, and you've got Justice, and you've got the Sun. Yeah, you know, this person really regrets, you know, kind of taking, you know, speaking before they were thinking, or, you know, not having really allowed themselves to consider it, you know, trying to sort of avoid thinking about it. Remember how we saw that guard standing at the door of his thoughts with the 5 of Swords? It's that kind of energy. It's like, I was just trying not to think about it at all. I was just trying to show up and stay brave and be, you know, reliable. And, you know, so it's like I hadn't thought it through. I hadn't even really thought about commitment or anything like that. They feel really bad, and they feel like, I need to change. This is showing me how I need to change. You have the Sun on the bottom of the deck, and this, you know, the Sun brings clarity, it brings healing, and it brings opportunity, to see things very openly. And it's like this, whatever has happened here, is really bringing a lot of clarity to this person, and that clarity is actually also bringing them healing. It's actually what is enabling them to step into their higher self. This Justice card is giving me this vibe of, I had to stand up for myself. If I don't do it, nobody else will. I got to stay true to myself. And this Justice card feels different than, like, I think the Justice card has ever felt to me ever. It's kind of like, it's almost like it is on my shoulders to keep this equal. And like, it's almost like this is what I have to focus on. This is what I know I have to work on. This is where I go astray. is being too accommodating, giving too much, being too understanding, you know, seeing the good in what is being given to me and trying to take the little breadcrumbs that are given to me and turn them back into a loaf of bread by saving them up and putting them together and re-examining them and looking at them over and over and over again. This is where I say no more. You give me the freaking loaf of bread all whole in one foul swoop, or I'm putting the hammer down. And this is justice. This is what it takes for you to get access to me. You have to be willing to give to me what I'm willing to give to you. And the minute you're not, that it becomes clear to me, yeah, I turn to stone. God, this person is literally kind of obsessed, Pisces. This card didn't come out, but it wanted us to see it. Page of Wands. This person is, they know what they want now. They're ready to say, okay, let's do this. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. I have to just show you this card very briefly. This, like I said, is hanging in a museum, a very public space that you don't have to be 18 or older to get into, but you do have to be 18 or older to get into my videos. I set them for 18 and older. We have the Devil card energy, and then we have the Fool card. This person is literally thinking about the physical connection. They're actually thinking about that one time someone came into their life and they never wanted anything more ever. And they were not brave enough to take a leap of faith when the opportunity, like they had the chance. They were standing right there. It's like haunting them. You see this figure in the background of this Fool card? It's haunting them. You know, if I could go back and do it again, I was such a fool. You know, that's the energy that I get here. I let something hold me back. And part of what may have actually held them back is they didn't want to seem too into you. Like they didn't want to seem like they were kind of as obsessed as they actually were, is what I'm getting. Then you have the Chariot, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. I think for a second, Pisces, the reaction, like everything that's happening, it might actually put you a little bit into your own energy of their Eight of Swords, where their limiting thought pattern, their inability to grow may put you into a bit of a spiral in your own head of some of the limiting beliefs that you've been working to eradicate from your life also. Like, because there is a lot of mirrored energy here, a lot of mirrored energy. They're seeing clearly their limited mindset and them in a trance, and what they weren't willing to open up to also showed you clearly some things. And I think it's like it you know, you always go, oh God, should I have said that? Shouldn't I have said that? You know, like we all have our self-imposed prisons that we put ourselves in mentally. We all have it. And I don't know what yours is, but it's something like that. Like it sounds like that. Like, oh, should I not have done it? Or, you know, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, at first it's a very empowered energy of like, yes, you know, like I finally broke this cycle. I finally stood up for myself. I finally prioritized the right thing for once. But then it's like there's this moment of like, oh man, you know, this keeps happening to me, you know, whatever it is. Well, then you have the Six of Swords, okay? And the Six of Swords is where we go, hold on a minute. Wait, hold on. Where we go, hold on a minute. Like this isn't serving my highest and best. And also, I'm coming to a place of peace with my past, or I've already made peace with this. Okay, oh my God, you guys, I literally screenshotted this today at 8:36 a.m. when my life was going astray, when I don't want to say my life was going astray, but the carefully laid plans that I had were obviously getting derailed, and I kept trying to stick with them or to like kind of accommodate them and like make it work out. And then finally I just said, okay, you know what? It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. And I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? So here is where we go. I'm reading this to you because this is about the Eight of Swords. I feel like it possibly is. Here it is. Sometimes our habitual thinking takes over and we end up complaining or being upset about things that don't actually matter to us. Break the habit. Before you get worked up about something, ask yourself, do I really value this enough to exhaust myself emotionally over it? Ask yourself, is it worth it to have it play on a mental loop in your head? Ask yourself if it is worth your energy or worth your words. You're in charge of how much space a thought takes up in your life. Take the time to carefully consider what you let be a part of your being and your spirit. This is from Heart Talk by Cleo Wade. If you're looking for something to read, I mean, you might want to start following her on Instagram to really see what she's about before you go buying books. But she's brilliant. I absolutely love and adore her. And I also love and adore her Instagram page, obviously, because I'm sharing it with you. She's pretty great. But it's kind of like there's this energy of, I've already come to a place of peace about this. I came to a place of peace about it before I said it, and I came to a place of peace about it the last time I let someone treat me like that, and I came to a place of peace. You know, it's kind of like, wait a minute, why am I allowing myself to get into this limiting mindset when, you know, like, it doesn't really belong to me? Like, that was their reaction. Fine. I accepted that something needed to change, and it was going to change this way or it was going to change this way. And if it was meant to be, it would be. And if it wasn't, it wasn't. And there's this feeling of like just coming to a place of peace and acceptance with, if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. If it comes, it comes. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. If it doesn't go, it doesn't go. And then bam, with the Chariot energy, charging forward. This is what I'm saying. It's like an earthquake with the Tower and then a tsunami with the Chariot. There's this energy of probably both people having a realization of what it would be like to be without the other one, and realizing that that's an unacceptable answer for both of them. That's what I feel. Because we have the Three of Coins and the Sun on the bottom of the decks. And the Three of Coins is, okay, it's time to get real. We're going to share a vision. We're going to share a plan. This is like a commitment, kind of. You know, it's definitely friendship. But it is, for me, it's the foundation of every strong relationship. This is where it starts. Can we share a vision? Can we share a plan? And are we both going to work equally together to collaborate to build it? And collaboration is so much more than like, you hammer one nail and I'll hammer one nail. You invest one penny, I'll invest one penny. Collaboration is, yeah, we should get a place together. Okay, it should be like this. Okay, it should be in this location. Okay, I really need it to have a garage. Okay, I really need it to have a washer and a dryer. Okay, let's make a list of all the things that fit that. It's a collaboration. It's like your ideas are valuable and my ideas are valuable, and we need to make sure that both people are getting their needs met in this vision and in this plan. And that, you know, this is just the beginning. We're just at the beginning of building this. It could just go on and on and on and on and on, but I'm excited about what we're building here. And the Sun can be a reconciliation of soulmates. It can also be a card about healing and about clarity and about, you know, feeling better about something because we've laid all our cards on the table. This masculine is definitely realizing that like they're full. They like messed up. And it's almost like it's almost like, you know, their ego is there's a huge energy of humbling, like a humble energy. It's like, oh damn, like I thought I was doing such a good job. I thought I had it all together. I thought I had you believing that like I was emperor energy, or like I was this strong, reliable person. I thought that's what I'd prove to you. But like in that moment where you put the ball in my court, where you brought your thing to me, and I had the opportunity to rise up to meet what you were asking me for, to take your direction and say, oh, okay, I messed up. I didn't do it. I let my inner Paige take over, and I kind of let myself off the hook and let myself stay stuck in that devil energy where I'm sitting here obsessed with you, trying not to show you how badly I want you. And prioritizing that instead of realizing that what you needed me to say, what you needed to hear, what you were asking me is, how do I feel about you? I'm obsessed with you. I can think of nothing else. I want nothing else more. Of course I want to take a leap of faith with you. Of course I want to share a vision with you and a plan and collaborate with you. I can think of no greater vision. No one has ever loved me the way that you do. Yeah, it's that bad. This 5 of Wands energy, wow, with the 4 of Pentacles. Wow, look at that combo. These are 2 big blockages, you know, especially emotional blockages with the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. The 4 is our heart chakra, and the 4 of Pentacles is where he has that pentacle over the heart, you know, in Rider-Waite. And the 5 of Wands is that blockage. The 5th chakra is our throat chakra. These 2 cards literally mean that to me. And that's the blockage that occurs between the heart and the throat. And remember, look at where the clouds are in this card, literally. They're between the heart and the throat. It's like, this person did not, I think they didn't even realize how they were not listening and how they were not hearing. And how their heart was saying to them, hey, you fool, take a leap of faith. Hey, get going, you know, take some action, you know, do something here. You're going to lose the 9 of coins. What are you doing? You're going to lose the Queen of Cups. What are you doing? You know, it's that kind of energy. And it's like, it was saying it, but like this person couldn't hear it. You know, it's like they were confusing the message or prioritizing something else, like acting cool or being detached or something that was an important thing for them to learn from their last relationship, but it shouldn't be the priority or the focus in this one. It should just, like with the feminine, be a director, be a guide of like, oh, here's where I get into trouble. This is where I need to kind of chill out here, but not like, you know, it's a sense of direction. It's not a, you can't get off this path or something kind of energy. I don't know how to really describe it, but it was a not permitting them to grow, right? But that barrier needed to be exposed so that it could be dismantled. At the end of the day, this masculine is coming to this feminine humbled. The 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior. It is the survivor card of the tarot deck. He's coming in authentically, exactly as who he is, and just acknowledging, this is what I was doing. I don't want to let you go. I can't let you go. I want to share this vision. I want to kind of let my guard down. I want to show you what I'm capable of. Just give me that chance. Wow. All right. What a reading. Oh my God, it's an hour and 18 minutes. I was not even looking at the clock. I've just been going. All right, let me get you guys some messages. Since you're so cute, all your comments about the messages. Oh, guys. All right. I'm glad my morning didn't go the way that it was going to go. It's good. All right. If you are dealing with a water sign, I just want to go back in time. You changed my whole direction. Anxious. I had no... Bubby. Come here. I had no idea you would end up meaning so much to me. Guys, that is basically an hour and 18-minute long reading wrapped up in a few message cards. Here we go. Bhakti, Bubby, what do you see? Yesterday or the day before, he was standing at my window barking. And I was telling him to come talk to me. My husband walks up to him and looks out the window to see what he's barking at. And there was a huge turtle, like right outside my window, like with his head up. Very cute. Anyway, that was a moment. I'm sure Bhakti scared him a little bit. So, all right. If you're dealing with a fire sign, be patient with me, please. Good intention. Bubby. Our eye contact is insane. I'm not even kidding that card says that. Eye contact. I got that at some point in this reading. I am sorry. I triggered you. They feel so bad. They realize they put you in the Eight of Swords. They realize that you almost like close yourself off. You may have put up a bit of a guard. And even with your words, been, said something to them with the Eight of Swords. Like, I can't let you in right now. You're not a safe bet for me. I promised myself I wasn't going to be believing this crap anymore, All right. If we're dealing with an earth sign, I won't let you go. I remember everything you said. I am ready for more than just texts. I just need more time. All right? That's an earth sign. If you're dealing with an air sign, fantasizing. Yeah, how many times did the devil come out today? It's hard for me to explain things. Oh, how many times did I say that in this reading? You are the only one who truly gets me. Yes, see that this energy of this person feeling like you can see straight through them. I can't walk away. Okay, guys, seriously, when the message cards are that good and they back up the actual reading that much, I'm super happy that I'm doing them. I think it's this deck of message cards. I'm really into it. Anyway, this is what I have for you. All right. I hope it helps. I hope it brought you some peace and clarity, certainly after you've dedicated this much time to it. I appreciate all of your company. I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, so thank you. Until next time, guys, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.